Good evening. This was to have been a big Thanksgiving week at Texas A&M, home of the Aggies and a storied football tradition. The Aggies were getting ready for their annual game against the University of Texas Longhorns, and in the Lone Star State, it just doesn't get any bigger. But tonight, Texas is in mourning. In College Station, a huge pile of logs set up for the traditional bonfire collapsed. At least 8 students are dead.
On November 18, 1999, tragedy struck Aggieland when the Bonfire Stack collapsed. 12 Aggies were killed and 27 more were injured. As the state of Texas mourned this disaster, the Aggie family came together to demonstrate just how strong the spirit of Aggieland really is. The stack collapsed at 2:42 a.m., and in minutes there were already Aggies running through campus screaming for everyone to come out and help. Stories of the heroism and selflessness of Aggies abound. The 12th and final Aggie to die in the collapse directed relief efforts from his bird's eye view on the stack, saving the lives of 5 other Aggies at the expense of his own. Over the next week, thousands of Aggies came to show their support any way they could, whether it be by lifting logs, serving water and meals, or coordinating rescue efforts. Despite their upcoming game, head football coach R.C. Slocum canceled practice, and the entire football team assisted in recovery efforts.
The spirit of this school is absolutely unbelievable. Determination to get on with life. I mean, this is a very special place with a very special hurt. I think this community will recover very fast, strong.
On burn night, a candlelight vigil was held for the victims of the collapse. Over 40,000 Aggies were in attendance. While the bonfire itself was never actually set ablaze, many say that the 40,000 little flames burned brighter than any previous bonfire. A midnight yell practice was held in Kyle Field after the vigil.
When I think of Aggie Bonfire, I know what makes it so special. It's every single Aggie that stands around it. And there's a lot of Aggies standing here tonight. I think the one modification about this yell practice is that it's a yell practice of hope and a yell practice of strength.
At that fateful game against Texas, the Aggies struggled and were down 6-16 in the first half. At halftime, the Aggie band silently marched off the field in their signature Block T formation, while the Longhorn band raised maroon Texas A&M flags alongside their burnt orange and played Amazing Grace as a tribute to our school, our rivalry, and the loss that the state of Texas felt at the tragedy.
It just was meant to be, I think. The A&M family needed that win, and I think the players were just so committed to it turning out that way. They willed it that it would turn out that way. And it was a fitting climax for a week of real trial for the A&M family.
And they're coming up the middle. He's been stripped of the ball. Who's got it? Aggie's got the ball. Aggie's got the ball. 23 seconds to go. A&M got it.
Today, there's a Bonfire Memorial at the site of the collapse, with one portal for each of the Aggies who perished. Each portal faces their hometown and contains an engraving of their face and information about their lives. Every year we hold a ceremony on November 18th at 2:42 a.m. in the Bonfire Memorial, both to show our continued support for the families of the fallen and to ensure that students at Texas A&M never forget the spirit of Aggie Bonfire.
We will remember them as long as there is a Texas A&M and the Aggie spirit is alive. And that, my friends, is forever.